Welcome to the credit video for Let's Play Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I'm BurningDogFace, and this is a hell of a game. Missiles in the background seem a bit ominous, I must say. Music by Power Glove. Wow, what do you even say about this game? It was ridiculous from top to bottom, and I loved that. I really enjoyed this game. Like, it was weird and crazy, and at the same time, the action was really good. The gunplay felt right. The weapons were kind of crap at first, but you could upgrade them and feel them getting better into more powerful versions of themselves. Exploring the island was bizarre and fun. I really liked the fact that the color palette was nonsense in this game, where the sky was red and brown and blue and There's just neon everywhere. This game was really visually distinctive. Like, this has me, genuinely interested in checking out the main Far Cry 3 game now, even though I know it won't be, as silly as this. Recommendations, I usually do those, but fuck it. If you like first-person shooters, if you like, open world games, if you like 80s action movies, check this game out, because it's awesome! Like, it probably, okay, it's smaller than most open world games. I get that, because it's a downloadable title. Or download-only title, I should say. But at the same time, it probably really says something that, for once in my life, I actually took the time to go collect every one of the collectible, widgets and doodads. I mean, granted, yes, they were marked. They were all marked on the map. That probably had a huge amount to do with it. I don't know that I would have ever found all the caves with the notes in them otherwise. But, yes, fantastic game. And while I can't speak for Far Cry 4 yet, I can honestly say I would be really interested in seeing, like, a full-budget, Far Cry Blood Dragon 2. I would play the shit out of that. A game set in this universe, seeing the future adventures of Rex with, the full budget that created a game like Far Cry 3 behind it. Like, I would really like to see that. I mean, if they feel like, they said everything that needed to be said about Blood Dragon with this game, I can respect that. But I know that I, for one, would really enjoy coming back to this universe. I never mentioned it, but I even liked the music. I mean, I don't usually care one way or the other about the music in a game. I think this is the first time since the letter V 6 times that I've specifically noticed the music in a game as being really awesome. But it perfectly captured the 80s action movie vibe they were going for. I could pick up homages to there was a recurring combat theme that sounded like the Terminator. Like this right here. This reminds me of something specific, but I don't remember what it is. I mean, they kind of have to call it Blood Dragon 2 if they made a sequel. Which means, I guess, they'd have to come up with a cockamamie reason for the Blood Dragons to be in a sequel. But hey, I mean, it's not like we came here for Shakespeare-level storytelling in the first place. We came here because the story is ridiculous. Huge thanks to my brother for giving this to me for my birthday last year. It took me way too long to get around to it, but I really enjoyed this game. And I thought, except for that bit at the end with the challenges where you had to fight all the zombies, I thought that was kind of bullshit. But for the most part, I felt the game was hard enough to be interesting without being punishing. So yeah, we might be seeing Let's Play Far Cry 3 in the future. Watch this space, folks. I mean, I don't have it yet. I haven't purchased it from Steam. It's not like it's going to be up next. And even if I already owned it, I wouldn't, follow this up with the game that inspired it, because that's probably too much of a good thing, right? But you got a game in mind up next that's completely different from this one. It takes itself seriously, for a start. We'll have to stay tuned to see about that. Adrian Anger, that's a good name. So did the glowy eyes mean that was like a replica of Elizabeth? Was she evil all along? I kind of thought that's where the story was going, it was Darling's idea all along with the, there were civilians in that dam. Or they just shrugged that off. And I totally was expecting to hear more about the time that Rex saved her and some scientists in Quebec. I wonder if that was before or after the United States nuked Canada. But yeah, the far-off cyber future of 2007 was a time period I very much enjoyed exploring. Like to see 2008 or 2009. Dare I say it, maybe even 2010. Also, it was back in the 80s, they would have said 2010. I wonder what EMEA stands for. Like, I'm not interested in... it's not to the point where I'll remember once I'm done and look it up or something. Just kind of curious. Got all the collectibles, finished all the side missions, reached the maximum level, and I'm pretty sure I got all the attachments for all of my weapons. I'd say it's safe to say that I did everything here, so for once I'm pretty certain I'm not going to play this game again. Kind of surprised that we never saw Sloan outside of a cutscene. I was really expecting a boss fight against him. Powered by Flash. That being said, the final playable sequence, it felt basically like you couldn't lose the bit with the Battle Dragon, which made it to me feel like a reward for finishing the game. Dropping me off on the island? Be badass all the way. Fuck yeah! I think... Yeah, I think this is the, No, maybe not. I thought this was the first, garrison I'd ever taken over, but... Well, maybe. I don't know. Kill Star. Nothing vaporizes your target like the Kill Star, but it does suck down your life like a chubby guy chugging soda. I did notice at the very end of the credits there, something I thought was neat, where they acknowledged, I believe I mentioned this earlier, way earlier in the campaign, that the original Far Cry was made by Crytek, and that Ubisoft just bought the rights to the name. I noticed at the end of the credits there it said, based on Far Cry, developed by Crytek, and created by Servat Yurli. A name I actually remember from the Crisis credits, just because it stuck out to me. Servat Yurli is kind of an odd name from my perspective as a Canadian guy. I'm sure it's as common as, say, Steven over there, but hey. Meant no offense by that. That came out kind of bad. In any event, I'm BurningDogFace, and this has been Let's Play Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Thanks for joining me on this ridiculous adventure. And I'll see you on my next video series. Later!